In today's video, I will be yapping about shoujo, josei, and the chokehold fashion that they both had on this generation. Let's dive in, shall we? I got this idea to make this video while scrolling through Pinterest a few nights ago. Since I played the Style Savvy series as a child, I had become drawn to the culture of fashion as a whole. I also noticed last year that there has been a growing trend for the girlies to dress up as characters from shoujo and josei manga, but why recently? For starters, it's because the outfits celebrate individuality and personality. The mangakas were not afraid to experiment with the clothing in their art. At the end of the day, these visionaries helped to make history. Series like Peach Girl, Nana, Sailor Moon, Ultramaniac, Lovely Complex, Gals, Paradise Kiss, and Neighborhood Story were looked into by many people for fashion inspiration. It also helps with the 90s and 2000 eras being back in full swing, with others noting how many of the outfits from these franchises not being too out of place of what a lot of people still wear today. Not only has shoujo and josei become popular to the public, but also within designer brands. It's quite impressive how anime subculture as a whole was once seen as nerdy to now mainstream. I mean, we have Lulu Felice collaborating with yazawa for wedding dresses. Of course, we had to begin with the blueprint of shoujo fashion, Sailor Moon. Naoko Takeuchi gave thought and care into designing the casual outfits of each major character with intent to reflect their own unique personalities. While the fashion circle has long highlighted the 90s anime clothing, it was not until recent years when the series went viral again thanks to streaming services and aesthetic edits where people began to look into these pretty guardians for style inspiration. The pieces featured in the series were a mixture of girly, sleek, sporty, and sugary sweet, and overall eye-popping, with Amy's cardigan and long skirt combos, Ray's little red dresses, Minako and Makoto's abilities to pair tomboy clothing with hyper-feminine accessories, Hotaru's gothic fits, and the true sophisticated looks. The series embraced the idea of self-expression. To not fall into the bandwagon, into its third decade, the franchise left a ribbon pink mark on variety in casual fashion that continues to inspire young adults today. Speaking of, shoujo and josei resonates in themes of eccentricity and eternal youth, something that touches the soul of Gen Z. Since the start of the decade, we have been chasing after hundreds of aesthetics. Possibilities are endless as we attempt to discover who we really are and where we fit into this world. I feel as well that's why these two demographics are making a fierce comeback. They were never afraid to push barriers in terms of design. Although fictional, we look into these gorgeous ladies as role models for our hairstyles, clothing pieces, and accessories to wear individually on our sleeves proudly. After the blueprint comes the innovator, yazawa. She made sure these characters were always dressed fly. Prominently, she models quite a few in punk fashion with ripped clothing and leather jackets accessorized with studs and spikes. These became a staple with her recurring themes of self-expression and individuality. In an era where alternative fashion is becoming more normalized, her work on Nana is typically used as inspiration. I also had to mention her other series, Paradise Kiss and Neighborhood Story, ones I feel that are a little underrated when it comes to fashion. The characters are experimented with their clothes with a variety of patterns and accessories, ranging from frilly doll dresses to designer drip. She gave each character life and made sure that they had stood out from one another. Shoujo and josei have become the standard of modern casual fashion. Hidden gems like Ultramaniac highlighted what was poppin' in the early 2000s for fashion, the decade that everybody is trying to relive these days, with the simple crop top and low-rise jeans, mini skirts with tank tops, and new boy caps. It gives off a simple yet stylish flair of what we wear. Once viewed as outdated, the gyaru subculture is also making a niche comeback in terms of attitude and clothing. It originated as a movement to rebel against society's standards of the perfect girl and encourage youth to be carefree, nonconformist, and brash. Peach Girl, Gals, and Lovely Complex are prime examples of how gyaru fashion is used to express individuality. The protagonist of Peach Girl, Momo Adachi, and the trio from Gals have such influences in their clothing. They have embraced of wearing bleached hair with short skirts and platform heels, a style that was frowned upon decades ago. Now admired for its boldness, Lovely Complex's Risa combined her outfits with a mixture of sporty, feminine, and preppy. At that time, it was one or the other to choose from, tomboy or girly. The whole series honestly aged by a fine line, but Risa's fashion, especially because of how she styled to combine both categories and not being forced to conform to just one. For decades, shoujo and josei characters have cemented themselves as fashion icons. Many Zoomers have recreated their outfits on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, not just because of how anime has become more acceptable, but rather due to the uniqueness that has come with the clothing. The fashion was ahead of its time, with the majority of people finally realizing how fabulous many of the pieces were. And the demographic never placed itself in a box, using various styles of femininity, streetwear, and colorful designs. The artists made sure to capture their viewers' eyes with fashion that is trendy with a creative twist. Intentional or not, their characters have made their mark into modern fashion and is continuing to do so as time passes. Well, that is the end of this video. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on your notifications when I upload another video. Until then, this is Honey Sheriff signing off.